So we have here a Montblanc Meisterstuck pen. This is the large size one, the Le Grand. It's a rollerball, and I like the pen, but when I got it, I wasn't that impressed with the way it wrote. Certainly not as good as other much cheaper pens I've used, and I particularly like gel pens. So looked on the web. I saw other people were recommending changing the refills inside these to improve the writing experience, because as far as I'm aware, Montblanc don't do a gel refill for this pen. So I thought I'd make this video because the instructions weren't all that clear on the web, and I thought this might help someone. So inside we have their cross refill. It's a blue, I like blue. This is an 8521 refill, and I've managed to make this fit inside the body of this pen, and it works well. So when you get these refills, this blue cap is longer, comes as a dust cap, I guess, for the end of the nib, and it's probably, well, it must be long enough to cover the nib. So when you get the refill, you take the blue cap off, you trim that down, it comes about that long, and you chop that down to a shorter length. In my case, that was about 11.5mm. Just use a knife, pop that at the end of the refill, and that makes the pen, the refill length, to a suitable length to suit their cross, to suit the Montblanc pen. That fits in the end, sprung loaded, so that takes up a little bit of the slack, but you want to try and get the length about right. So the overall length you're looking for is something like about 95.5, 96mm from the shoulder. Can't quite get that in the screen, but roughly that sort of length. You can experiment if you like, trim it down a little bit as you go. Then what you want to do is, because the original, I think the original, it was a while back since I've done it, the original screws into this end. Because the cross refills don't have a screw thread on them, you wrap some sellotape. I use just some parcel tape, about 2-3 turns around this end section of the nib, and when you put that in, it takes up the slack. It fits pretty well, but that tape just really holds it in place and means there's absolutely no wiggle in there at all. And with the combination of the tape on the end and the cap trimmed down to suit the length of the pen, you end up with an improved Montblanc with a gel refill. Much better than the original. Hope that helps someone.